Hi guys, welcome back to LIZLASH. So hope everybody had a nice weekend. I just thought I'd check in this morning and maybe look at doing another tutorial. I'm just working from home today, so I haven't really got much on. But I'm on a bit of a break now, so I thought I'll get this tutorial done. I'm going to go for a little bit more of a kind of, not so much a dramatic look, but I'm going to just show you a couple of extra things that I kind of was doing over the weekend. I went out last night, which hasn't happened for a long time. Turns out I wasn't massively well, unfortunately, but we still had a good night, the best part of it. So we're going to first start with the normal kind of stuff. I haven't done my skincare regime this morning. I've been a bit naughty, a bit busy, so I'm just going to quickly kind of do that now while I speak to you guys. Obviously, if you look back on the videos I've already done, you'll see the stuff that I use on the skincare. So I've got an Estee Lauder face cream. I'm also using Estee Lauder eye cream as well. So the videos from now on are just going to kind of be about the makeup. Obviously, if I change my skincare regime at all, I will probably upload new videos, because I did mention that I do just kind of change my products with however my skin seems to be. My skin seems to change quite frequently, so I just kind of update the products as and when my skin starts needing new stuff. Now, as you can see, I mean, I haven't got the makeup on yet, but you can see already from over the weekend, just applying my normal kind of stuff, how the bags under the eyes are so much kind of better and brighter, because I just keep using these things that I'm showing you guys. So I have got one subscriber, which is really nice that somebody's actually took the time to kind of watch my videos and decide that they like what I did. So that, you know, hopefully, you know, more people will watch and get some good tips. Now, the next thing I'm going to kind of use today is a little bit more coverage, because I've got a bit of a breakout here, as you can see, that needs a little bit of a heavier coverage. So this is the kind of new thing that I've been using. So this is MAC, and this is the Studio Fix Tech Cream to Powder Foundation. So yeah, now I get colour, it's all in numbers and letters, so I'll get N18. Again, I think it's one of the palest ones you can get, because I've got quite pale skin. So it comes with its own sponge, which is ideal. Now, you can use the sponge, I do tend to, because it just kind of gives that even feel. I know some people like use brushes with foundation, but I use the sponge. You don't need a huge amount because it is quite thick. I'll just kind of start off by putting an equal amount on all the areas I want to cover. So you're looking at like kind of there. Now, this is a little bit darker than my skin colour, so I have to kind of make sure I blend my neck in properly. Once I've put it on, I'll just kind of then go around and just blend it in, making sure I get any areas that have any lines, make sure I kind of smooth it all in properly. I like to get a bit in the eyes as well, just to kind of make sure it doesn't look like I've missed anywhere in the nose. Now, today I'm going to be using this as well as the Bare Minerals that I showed you last week, purely just because I do have some problem areas today. So and I don't know if that's just because I haven't been feeling well, or now I always kind of go over the eyebrow again, because then it just gives that more smooth effect. So just need to make sure that I'm hitting everywhere. And then on the chin. Now, I like to go right up to the lip again, just so you don't end up with those like streaks and marks. Sorry, I have a mirror in front of us, so I do keep kind of checking just to make sure I'm hitting everywhere and blending it in properly. There we go. And then down into the neck, I just kind of like blend it down, just to get rid of any orange stripe. Right. Okay, so then we're going to go back to the Blemish Rescue, which is I used that last week when I did the first tutorial. So this is just to kind of make sure I cover these like imperfections. As I said, this is a really good one for covering, well, blemishes essentially. So you just need a really small amount, and very much like the last time, I just kind of dab it in the areas that are causing a problem. And straight away you can already see like that patch there that was there is just pretty much disappeared. And just add a little bit on the tops of there, and then there, think that that has given me a good coverage. So what we're going to look at now. Now I'm going to go for a little bit of a different look. Now I don't tend to use a lot of bronzer, but I'm feeling a bit pale and peaky today, so I thought I'll use something that might give us a bit of colour. I got this last Mother's Day, I believe, and I've used it quite a bit, and it was a special edition. You can no longer buy it, but if anybody's already got it, I can show you the colours as well, and you can always have a look for colours that are similar. It's the Urban Decay Mother of Dragons highlight palette. So if anybody's got it, obviously you can use these techniques that I use to kind of put it on, or the colours are, you know, you can buy these sorts of colours anyway. So the colours you've got kind of like a darker colour, you've got a light gold colour, and then you've got your pink there. And I like to kind of use the middle one and the end one, as you can see, has been used the most. I'm not a massive fan of the darker one, but I am going to use it a little bit in this video, just to kind of highlight a little bit on this upper cheekbone here. So it's really difficult to blend sometimes, so because this is such a dark colour, I just try to get it as even as possible. Make sure you're doing it so you've got like that shadow, see the shadow there on the cheek. You don't want to bring it here, because otherwise you just end up looking like a drag queen. So, and then again on this side, you want to keep to the bone of the cheek and like make sure you go just above where that kind of shadow is on the bone. Again, just kind of rub it in. Again, try and stay off the front part of the cheek. That's where you're going to put the kind of lighter colours. Okay, so you kind of see that gives you a little bit of definition. Now, I usually just get a bit of the lighter gold one, and we'll just do, again, a little bit further forward this time, but not too far. And I'll just kind of go around the outside of the, you know, where I've put the darker one, almost like you're giving it a bit of a border. So I'll go around like that, and I'll go like that. And again, that just starts bringing the colour into the face. And then with the pink one, I like to kind of go on the main part of the cheek, and then under, just gives a little bit of highlight there. And again, same here, a little bit under the eyes. Now if you wanted to add a little bit more, you could dab the dark one, and then kind of just like, if you wanted a bit more of a bronzy look. I'm just not a massive fan of it, but you can, I suppose, if you wanted to. And there we go. So you've got like your colour kind of coming from there, going around a bit paler there. So it just makes me feel a little bit more like I'm not a zombie, how I feel today. So now I'm also going to show you what I use on my eyebrows. Now, as you can see, my eyebrows are already pretty dark anyway, but I did paint them on a little bit yesterday because we went out. So now I've been using recently this, which is LIZLASH and it comes in a little jar and it lasts ages. And I use it's a precision brow gel, and this colour is actually called Ore. I've had it for a while, so I don't know if you can still get this colour, but I'm pretty sure you can. I just use a very small brush. These aren't my new brushes. I know I said I was going to get them out, but probably next one I'll do the new brushes, and just the tiniest amount. And I'll start from here. I'm going to use my mirror for this because it really is, and I kind of just follow the brow around, and then you turn the brush sideways like that and just follow the hair. I don't like drawing them on fake. I like following the natural hairline. You see a lot of people doing it so it's that like microblade effect. I'm not a massive fan. I was going to get my eyebrows microbladed last year before my wedding, but I mean then the wedding got cancelled, and I just kind of went off the idea. You know, it's not that I'm like afraid of the idea of the microblading, because it's essentially like a tattoo on your face, but I've got tattoos elsewhere, so but I just kind of went off the idea, especially right before a wedding, I suppose, because you don't want to end up with any scars and anything going on your face. So yeah, I just kind of like fill it in as naturally as possible, try and get them looking as even as I possibly can, which is always where I've kind of struggled a little bit, was with getting things even. So I like to have a bit of a play around just to make sure I get them all nice and even. Go. I think that is probably, so I think this one over here needs a bit more rounded at this bit here. That's better. There we go. Okay, so that is kind of what I do now. This, because this is like a gel, you don't want to, I usually put like a little coat of powder over it. You can use whatever powder you've got. I mean, obviously I've got the Blemish Rescue, so I tend to just kind of put a very, very light dusting just to kind of stop it from smudging. So, and plus it also just makes it look a little bit more natural. So you just kind of dab that light dusting of powder on, and then and then you're all kind of ready to go. Sometimes you have to just give it a bit of a blend with your finger. Apart from that, then you know the eyebrows are done. Right, let's see. Shall I show you an eyeshadow? Yeah, let's go for this palette today. I've got a few palettes now. Last week I showed you the Urban Decay Naked 2. This one's Urban Decay just Naked, so this is the very first one they did. Again, I don't know if you can buy this anymore. I've still got loads left because I don't really kind of use a huge amount of eyeshadow, but this is like more of a, it's very similar colours to the other one, but there's no like sparkle in them. Like the other one has a bit of kind of like metallic-y kind of colours. I like this one to use for like the underline of the eyes, just to give us a little bit more kind of depth to the eye. So today I'm going to do like a grey, and I'm going to do the underneath very much like I did the other day. So let's just kind of do that with this mirror so I get it right. So we just kind of put it underneath on here. And make sure, because what you don't want is you don't want to kind of look like a black eye. You just got to use a really, really thin brush, because otherwise you end up just looking like you're being punched. Just got to make sure it's a nice thin brush. And they look relatively even, and they look quite smoky, so that's good. It's kind of the effect that you want, is like a smoky look under the eye. There. If you need to, just kind of blend it in a little bit with your finger, but most of the time it's fine. I also like to add a bit of a highlight when I've done the dark colour, just to, it does just kind of make your eyes look a bit brighter. There we go. Now, normally I wouldn't do a shadow on the top, unless I was like really going out, so I might save that for another day, I think. As you can see, the eyelashes are still there, I think. Yes, kind of just about. You know, I am due to get them done this weekend, so they will look a bit better, I think, in tutorials next week. So, and next thing, let's see what lipsticks we've got today to play with. Which one did I wear last night? I wore a red one last night. So, one of my faves at the minute is the, where is it? I've got a lot of like kind of, there it is. So this is an Urban Decay one as well, and this is one of their, I believe it's called a, can't read that, a Vice Lip Chemistry. I think it's their new kind of matte real, or whatever it is, matte. Is it matte? A glassy tint. So it's not matte. So it kind of goes against the ones I use normally, but I just love the colour of this one. It's effectively bright purple, and I absolutely love it. So we'll try this one, and I'll show you what this looks like. So this is what it looks like in the bottle, sorry. So that's kind of the bottle. Yeah, and then you've got the colour. Yeah, so let's have a look. Right. So we do. And it just is a nice dark kind of, it's just different, like a red. or like a pink, you know. There we go. What I like about these glosses, because I'm not a big fan of gloss, is that they're not sticky, because that's one of the things that I'm not a big fan of gloss for. I don't like the stickiness. So these are actually like more like watery based, so I think that's why I like them so much. Now the lighting here is not perfect, so it's a little bit kind of, I do apologise for light, it's just wherever I've got convenient in the house to do the videos. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of gives you a little bit more of a kind of dram look. This is what I kind of wore going out last night. I had a little bit of eyeshadow on. I did kind of put a bit of mascara on the false lashes just to kind of make them pop a little bit, but this is what I would maybe wear on a night out. Sometimes I would spark it up a little bit, maybe with a bit more sparkle on the eyes, but most of the time, I mean, we just went out for a meal, so I didn't, you know, wasn't anywhere fancy, and as I say, I didn't feel massively well. Ended up having to come home early, but you know, that's how it goes sometimes. But yeah, would kind of be my natural kind of look to go out on a night time. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I would do that I can show you guys, but I think we've pretty much got it now. I'm not massively a big fan of how that lip's gone on. I'm just going to see if I can... Ah, that's better. Ah. There we go. That's a bit better. There we go. That's better. It's a bit brighter colour there. So yeah. So what I'll do this time, guys. Sorry, it's not a very exciting, eventful video maybe today, but it was just a couple of tints and tips of what I would wear sometimes on a night out. I might go a little bit more dram next time. Show you some glittery kind of effects on the eyes. I am looking at ordering some new products, so I'll be able to get those shared with you as well. But yeah, so you know, keep watching. I've had quite a few kind of views on the videos I've done already, so I really hope that people are enjoying them. I'll send all, when I upload this video, I'll copy all the links of the products I've used today that I haven't already used, so you just kind of can have a look and if you like any of them. But yeah, so thank you very much. I'll probably join you in a couple of days. Hopefully I'll be feeling a bit better. Have a little bit more of a lively video. But yeah, stay safe, guys, and take care. Bye.